Not bad. Alright, we've got ourselves some nice Panera Macaroni here on a nice Saturday afternoon. Chilling out, watching some stuff. That's funny. No, wait, go back. There we go. Not always easy to make this stuff in my, when I made it at home. It's not usually a problem. When I make it in this apartment, because I have a smaller microwave than at home, it becomes a bit of an issue. Like, I don't know if I did the covering wrong, but you can kind of see that it like kind of burned in the thing a little bit. So I kind of left that part out. Kind of burnt up the cheese at the top because I think the height of the microwave's a little bit lower in the one that I have here, and it makes that tall container a little bit difficult to cook it in properly. And then I poured it out onto a plate and cooked it that way for a little bit, and then poured it onto this plate as you saw. Yada yada yada. It's always a fucking process with this dog shit, man. Always a process. Stirring is actually quite difficult and annoying, if I'm being honest, because the table keeps creaking, and then the plate makes sounds and whatever, and it just, every little detail kind of ruins the vibe of it. It's actually very difficult, but the plate shifts around in when I do it, because it takes so much force to do it, because it's such thick and creamy macaroni. But enough of the bullshit. other stuff. I want to consume these noodles now. That is some creamy, good stuff. It's also, I forgot what I ate the other day that was just like this, but it's kind of like the cream cheese wontons that I eat too. Where this type of cheese just kind of lathers up the inside of your mouth. And it just kind of covers it. And you just need, it's very refreshing to have a good drink with it. It really cleanses your mouth afterwards, and it's nice mouth sounds to go with this, you know, very deep mouth sounds, creamy mouth sounds. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm watching the PFL fights over here. Usman Nurmagomedov versus Alfie Davis, and I do not care about that fight, so I'm gonna go get another Diet Coke. That was a very subtle type of Diet Coke fizzing. That was weird. Like it was still carbonated, but like not as carbon. You know, that was like a less carbon. I don't. Anyway. I'm getting low on plastic forks. Went with the plastic spoon for this one. I'm different. I'm special. I have an idea. Putting it lower so you can like hear the noise of the scoop just a little bit better. Probably not worth the effort. That was barely any different, but now I look kind of dumb. outrageously fizzy in my throat. Whoa. Whoa. Sorry, I can't do that anymore. That was like kind of hurting my back. Don't forget, I'm not an athletic individual. Everything hurts my back and my entire body because I don't do physical things. Intense Diet Coke today, I'm not gonna lie, that thing is hitting. I feel like it's got darker in here. I don't have my light shining on the food as much because it's a lot of natural light in here, and the food was just turning into a ball of sunshine, so. Come here, you. Crazy or what? I feel like that went by kind of quick. Like, I know I was hungry and I kind of inhaled it at the start, but like, damn, that went by a lot faster than I thought. You know, this is kind of like an overpriced kind of thing to buy sometimes, but you kind of get your bang for your buck, you know what I mean? So stupid. Alright, I guess that is it for this video. You know, it's kind of weird, because like I didn't have a whole lot of noise, distractions, and whatnot when the video actually started. But like I went into it with a bad mood because there was a lot of noise beforehand, and I was like kind of like preemptively worried about it. And I know it's not a big deal and you don't always hear a lot, but it just bothers me to have to cut so many times and I can't get a full sentence out without some creaks and me punching the microphone and creaks and whatever, you know. Anyway, I'm getting out of here. UFC today. Wow.